Welcome to another episode of ESB Outspoken with Angela and Richard Shelp.
Hey, how are you guys doing today? What we're going to talk about today is what's going to happen in 2021. We're in the last month or two of the year.
It's hard to believe.
And hard to believe. We're, 722 months into the pandemic. And what's going to happen this year? And so really, it's important for us, first of all, to think about what are organizations thinking as they're moving forward into 2021. What are you running into so far, Ange?
I'm seeing a lot of the same. I think a lot of people that were really expecting things to come back to normal by, second quarter of 2021 are now pushing that out to at least third quarter 2021 to when they think it could be possible to come back in person. Some are fourth quarter. But I think definitely we know at this point, first quarter, second quarter is going to be all virtual, which is great with us. I mean, we've obviously, we're used to it now, and we've adapted this really well and are enjoying the virtual world. So we're good with it. It seems like customers are really good with it now and a lot more comfortable.
Well, they are, but we still have that group of the population. So there are many that have gotten comfortable with it. And really those who've gotten comfortable with it have put in place some incredible plans of how they're going to do everything over next year.
Right.
But there's so many organizations whose plan right now is still not to plan.
Right.
And that is, let's wait.
Let's wait. Let's move it out again.
Let's wait a little farther. Let's wait a little farther. And so I would encourage those people, as they're thinking in 2021, incorporate some virtual into your plan.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say?
I would too. And I know we keep saying this, but try it, practice it. I think your employees will like it more than you think. I think we've got clients that keep saying it won't work for us. But why? It's working for everybody else. So I don't know why there's certain customers that don't think it's going to work for them. And we have seen some really cool, exciting things. And the platforms have catapulted in, the technology that they've adapted in a short amount of time is shocking. I've seen it, go from here to here so fast. And just the things that we're seeing come through with the speakers that are doing their virtual studios are amazing. So our industry has completely changed since March. And the people that have jumped in are doing so well.
Well, and the thing is that when you make that pivot to virtual, you're really you shouldn't be thinking about what's going to happen in the next 6 months, and this is just a bandaid to put over it.
No.
But no matter what you do now, this helps you build for the future. This allows you to step up and go to the next step when it's time to do a hybrid event in the future, whatever. And we really believe that virtual won't go away at all, that there will still be even hybrids, even in the in-person event. So I think it's very important for those people to have their plan.
Oh, I do too. And everything that we're reading in meeting magazines and, all of the meeting planning world, everything is saying this is here to stay. And there's a lot of companies that are loving this because they can reach more employees. Before they might only have their managers come to meetings. Now they can make it available to everybody because they don't have to pull them out of the field. So they're seeing so many benefits to this that, of course, even when we go back to in-person, this is going to be something that just goes on forever. This is here to stay. And so the speakers that are adapting to it right now and making this really, just going all out with it are the ones that are hugely successful.
Yeah. So I guess overall in summary for that is that virtual is here to stay. And as we approach 2021, virtual is even more important to your overall plan. If you don't have it in your plan, make sure you get it in there. The other things that we're starting to run into as we approach 2021 is because of virtual being so popular, and because it's going on, we're now seeing the fees for speakers come back up in the virtual. So, Ange, you want to talk about that a little bit?
They're definitely coming back up. I mean, I have to now call speakers almost every time I propose them because they're changing so rapidly. And so it is, as they are doing more and more, they are finally just raising their fees back up. As you saw at the very beginning, fees dropped dramatically, and now they're really coming back up because speakers are so busy. You know, since we have some doing 2 or 3 a day, the demand is definitely out there, and it's really been helpful to the speakers that
the speakers
get
are
their
good
fees
ones.
back to where they were before.
The speakers who are good, that are busy, that people are recognizing their value, those people's fees are coming right back up. So just because you do a virtual event, even though it's real nice to hope that you'll pay a little less in fees, most of your savings should come from meeting-related savings.
Right.
Speaker fees
and then
are bubbling back up.
Right.
Absolutely. No travel as well.
Right.
No travel as well. The other thing that we're seeing is I think that the topics that speakers are specializing in are continuing to stay the same across because people still want to hear about diversity and inclusion. And
leadership.
What are some of the other ones that you're...
The ones I'm seeing going into 2021 are still, change, resiliency, leadership, how to lead through change, and stress. Everybody wants to talk about stress right now, and a lot of speakers have kind of taken their message and tweaked that to how, especially if you're going through change and you're trying to be resilient during these times, how to deal with that stress while you're doing it. And I think that's really important. And I think it's nice that the employers are seeing that there's such a need for this, and they want their employees to have the tools of how to deal with the stress right now.
Yeah, they do, and I think the COVID-19 itself is still at the center of the topics as well.
Yes,
I think people still want to say, how do you live through COVID-19?
Right.
How do you deal with stress with COVID-19? What are you going to do after COVID-19?
Yes.
Well, probably retire because it's going to be a long time from now. But anyway, but needless to say, you're exactly right. Crisis management, all those kind of things are still in there. So we're not shifting in the topic demand. People are still going down that road.
But they want it customized to the situation right now and dealing with COVID.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a big part of it, is they definitely want it customized.
Well, what other things are you seeing?
Some other things I'm seeing
for
is
2021.
2021, we have a lot, because we have a lot of hope. We've got clients that are asking for in their contracts to put, if it's in-person fee, if it's going to be in person, it's going to be this fee. If it's going to be virtual, it's this fee. Just so that that's already built in there. And if they can start out virtual, but things open up and we can go in person, they have that option to do it that way.
Sure.
So it kind of gives them the best of both worlds. And if they're trying to plan something in person and suddenly they realize they can't, they know that they have the option to do virtual, and they've got the price locked in and ready to go. So I think that's something I'm seeing as far as, that's a little bit different going into 2021 than we've seen for this year. But yeah, and I think people are kind of settling down, and I do see people being more positive and hopeful.
They are more positive and hopeful, and obviously we've been positive and hopeful for a long time.
And cheerleaders.
And virtual events are things that we truly believe in, and I think we're going to have more people that are going to come along with us. Now, as we expect, and as you guys hear the news, 2021 will have some challenges on the front end, but with all the good things that are going to happen along the way, and the fact that now none of us have to get used to making that transition to virtual.
Right. We've made it.
That also is extremely important. So
exactly.
So as we look at 2021, anything else?
I think we've got a lot of positive things coming in for 2021. I'm really excited about it. I know this year's been a little bit crazy and challenging, but it's really pushed us out of our comfort zone and made us learn a lot here. And I know a lot of clients and speakers have been through that as well. So I think it's almost going to be kind of a time to, in 2021, take a deep breath and say, "Whew, we did this." And it's exciting. It's exciting to really look back at the things we've learned this year.
Absolutely. And by the way, one of the best news about 2021 is it's not 2020.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
There you go.
So that's really good.
So that's a great thing to think about. So you guys have a great rest of 2020. you have a wonderful 2021, and you be outspoken.